Okay, let's do a little walkthrough. This, of course, is our driveway with the vegetable stand. We've got our new gate up at the entryway now. Had to take a little security precautions around here. But our vegetable stand, last year was the first year for it. It did pretty good for the first year, a lot of fun. But we'll grow a little more stuff and hopefully do better this year. Bear with all the mess here while I open this thing up. Show you what it looks like opened up. It's not cleaned yet for the spring, but we tie the doors open, we fill the baskets, and then it looks really nice when everything's all loaded up on it. And neighbors all use it. Everybody prices their own stuff. Pay cash in the cash box. When they see their stuff's gone, they come get what they're owed, and we go from there. But that's our vegetable stand. As we work up the driveway, then you actually come up to where the smokehouse and the greenhouse and everything is. The smokehouse has been a lot of fun. It really works very well. Bear with me while I close this door back up. It's pretty big. I can get a lot of stuff in there. I could probably get, I could get 4 turkeys in there at one time easily. But it's a lot of fun. I still want to smoke cheese, and I either seem never have cold enough weather or enough time. But that's that. Then the greenhouse. Greenhouse has been here a while, but it's an important part of the program here. Now this it's about empty now because all the plants were started and they've been added up to the garden already. But we got a few things still in there. Got some Chinese cabbage and some celery started. We got a couple of cotton plants and a little bit of sorghum. We're running some tests this year on a few things. So we'll see what else we can come up with. So not a lot going on there right now. It's a little late in the season for that. I guess walking on up, of course, got my camper, my trailer. There's my big bad 4-wheeler. I call it my economy truck. It's a whole lot cheaper to run that for work than my truck when I can. And of course I got the snowplow for it, which I didn't need this year. But anyway, life goes on. Up here's a pretty cool addition. This is the spring house. It hasn't been opened up for the season yet, but a brief description. This is built over top of an old cast iron bathtub, and the ice cold water running off of the spring comes down and goes into the tub, and that house is fully insulated and has refrigerator shelves and everything in it, so that you can put watermelons or anything down in the water, and you can put butter and things up on the shelves and keep things pretty cool. On a 90-degree day, I've been able to keep this thing down to 50 degrees, which isn't quite cold enough, but it's better than nothing. So if you needed the space or didn't have electric, why, you'd still have a little bit of refrigeration. Watermelons are great after they've soaked in that tub in there. That water coming out of the mountain's about 42 degrees, and it feels pretty good. My shop area's a mess right now because of projects. Been working on the rabbit hutches and so on. Of course, that's my equipment shed. And then we come around to the homestead. Oh, in the shed there I've got cans of gasoline and propane, diesel fuel. I keep a lot of gas up here. Then coming around, come to my rack, and this rack here is scrap steel, so I need something for repair of this. That good chance I got a piece. And then I have 2 55-gallon barrels. One is full of regular gas, one is full of kerosene. Kerosene can be used for diesel fuel, but it's also the fuel I use to run the heater that heats my shop in the winter. On this side, along the house here, This little storage bin here is where I keep my extra straw, a couple bales, and my feed and everything for all my animals. And that works out pretty good. The canning kitchen. The canning kitchen is wired, has electric. I've got propane throughout so that I've got a grill outside. I've got a gas burner outside. And inside I have 2-burner, cider press, cheese making, canning, candles, wine, cider. I have a still for hard liquor, and soaps. Everything to make all of that is in there and packed, and it's pretty handy, kind of convenient. Okay, then we got 2 barrels buried here. These are 55-gallon barrels with screw tops on them. Those 2 barrels are completely packed with food supplies, and they're packed and stored for years, so they're fine. Just emergency backup. And then let me back up here a little bit. This is my new root cellar. Not quite finished, but functional. And the root cellar, I have a barrel buried on both sides of it for food storage, and food storage on the other side. And then, I didn't bring my keys out with me. We'll look in that again in a minute. And then here, we have the now infamous outhouse and shower. The barrel up top holds 55 gallons of water. Being black, it absorbs the heat very well, and you can get a pretty warm shower. Now, it's not hot water, but it's plenty warm. And when you step into the shower, well, you got this little cobblestone to walk on in here. The outhouse isn't done yet either, but then you got your pull chain for the shower up above you. And when you open the door to the outhouse, it latches here to this front post, so that you actually have an enclosed area where you've got the bathroom, you can change clothes, you got a dry area to hang your clothes, a couple of hooks for your towels. I have a hook for my gun if I'm in the shower, and got a little place to kind of freshen up and relax and enjoy the outdoors. That's a extra water storage tank. That's 275 gallons. Then, of course, my glorious chicken coop. And the doors are all open right now because it's getting too hot up here. But the girls are doing good. This is my new rabbit hutch. It's not done. We'll have 4 separate cages, each with their own nesting box. And everything is sloped underneath the cage so that all the manure will come down, and there'll be gutters on the back side along here. And so that when you clean the shelf out there, it'll roll right down to the gutter and then down into a bucket. Makes it perfect for the garden and fertilizing. And of course, we use our chicken manure and straw for the garden as well. And this is my little hot box. This hot box, I can grow lettuce and cool weather crops well into the winter and start extremely early in the spring. And this bed is primarily onions. One side is ramps, which are done for the year. I have garlic and onions in there. And I also have ginger and horseradish started. Then we go over to the compost bin. That compost bin makes some mighty fine stuff. I don't use any fertilizers or pesticides here on anything. Does that make me organic? I don't have a clue, but it works. And then we come on out to the far end of the property, and there's my bees. The bees have done real well, surprisingly, for all they've been through. And about time. This is a winter cover that's over top of them right now. It's time for it to come off, and then we'll need to add a couple boxes on the top, and then they should produce enough honey that by fall this year I should be able to harvest honey. It's said that the average hive here in the mountains, one hive should produce about 35 pounds of honey. So if I get 35 pounds out of this, I'd be a pretty happy camper. But of course then we got our junk wood pile. That's just for burning out here at the recreational pit with the picnic table. And we're going to pause here just a second and see if we can get the keys and show you the inside of the root cellar and the inside of the canning kitchen.